What is up, everybody? It's, of course, your boy, Andrew Esquire, coming to you from Tokyo, Japan, with the Asian mindset here today. No, good to see you guys. Of course, I am back here. I'm glad to be back. Glad to see all of you guys here today at the old time. This is like the old time, the old school time. So we'll let people trickle in here. It's good. We're actually factually live. Yes. So smash that like button, smash those live emojis out there. Good to see them. Is this live? Letting you know that we are actually live right now. Or in the toilet. Either way. Actually, back in the toilet was back from the day that I was in a small room in Korea, for those that don't know. And this place is very similar. It does very much have those same toilet Korea day vibes, but in a Japanese way. I have hit my head like 82 times in this place. I'm like a kaiju. So yes, I'm actually alive. I've been really, really sick. There's been like a flu going around. So I was just out of commission for 2 straight days, just laying up, not moving. So I've been recovering from that. Feeling a little bit better today. Voice is still a little scratchy, but I had to get back there. I had to get back to you guys to give you some value. And we've got a lot to talk about today. Not just what's in the headlines. I've actually got more than what's in the headlines. So we're going to go over a lot. So let's start out with this. So I have been getting a lot of on social media when I've been poking around. People say feel better, by the way. Thank you. I am feeling better today. By the way, shout out to the Rumble guys as well. Go over there and smash the pussy on Rumble. And shout out to the people on Locals. We got the live chat up over there as well. And I appreciate all y'all on all of those platforms. So like Jim Satala, Danielle, I see you over there on Locals. I appreciate my OGs. And Mad Mutt, becoming a new member. Welcome to the membership of the Legal Mindset, where you get access to not only the emojis, of course, because everybody wants the live emoji. Everybody wants the burning castle emoji, but you have access to all of my members exclusive streams, which I at least have one a month, but I think I've been putting a little bit more than one a month up. So it's a lot. It's a lot. You gain a lot by becoming a member. And I do appreciate it because it's the best way to support the channel. All right. So real quick, what I wanted to show you was lately, I've been getting a lot of Herbert memes from Family Guy on my social media. And I'm wondering why that is. But see, I went and I watched this thing on X. And I think this is what caused me to be getting flooded with these memes, right? And what caused me to be inflicted with this. So let me show you guys here what I think the cause is of all of these memes. Now I cannot play the audio because this will get me struck, but I'm gonna play. This is the AI versions. So this is the AI versions of various Family Guy characters, right? So just hold on to this. So we're going to play this for a second, right? So got the audio off on that. So you got like your Stewie Griffin, you got your Lois Griffin, Chris, you got Meg, Glenn, you got Joe, Cleveland, Brian, and Herbert. This is exactly why I think I got these memes. I think I got these memes because I watched this. I think I watched this and the memes have been flowing. And they've been flowing. This really killed me. Anyways, hope you guys are having fun out there. I like to start with something fun. Other channels, they're too busy. They're too busy out there being too serious. People are like spot on. Oh God, Seth is following him. Oh, that's good. If Seth Rogen is actually following, or sorry, that is funny. AI Andrew responding to super chats. Yes. The memes must flow. The spice in the memes must flow. Okay. So let's start here with the first topic I want to cover, which is I want to cover what's going on with the some of the Marvel properties. So before we get into the Pandaverse stuff, because we are going to get into South Park, the Pandaverse, and I see you guys asking for an anime stream. There's going to be more anime streams. Don't worry. In fact, I'll probably bring one up. Hell, I should do one while I'm here, right? Should I do an anime stream while I'm in Japan? That would make sense, right? Wouldn't that make sense? I think I should. It probably would make sense. I mean, I'm in Tokyo, right? So like, it would be appropriate for an anime stream. You're right. You know what? I'll put that on the docket. I'll put that on the docket. Yes, and of course, Weeb Wednesday will be happening more regularly. The issue is I'm traveling. When I'm traveling, it's very hard to do things at certain times. So, you know, that will come back. Don't you worry. Don't you worry. But on a legal mindset, like an anime stream, yeah, probably makes sense. Makes sense. The degenerate weebs, yes. Very, very, very degenerate weebs. Hypnotic and Rapture said, dead accurate on creepy old Biden. Yes, very true. Very true. All right, so let me go ahead and play what I wanted to show you. So this is actually, before we get to Pandaverse, I want to show you this. So, and let me read this. Metmut for 10 says, feel better, Andrew. I've decided to join and complete the holy trinity of you, Pro, in VR for membership. Better than some legal avian with severe medical syndrome and having a fine bourbon now. Hey, cheers to you, Medmut, and cheers to all those that find something a little more refined than a legal avian as I drink this Kirin natural mineral water. You know, I'm like the fucking I'm the best advertiser for like Asian products. Asian product companies should pay me because I'm always like advertising their products on stream. But thank you so much. And also thank you for the 20 memberships, Medmut. Appreciate it, man. Coming through big time. Thank you so much, guys. Make sure you click on accept gift memberships so you can turn the chat green. Medmut, thank you so much. Really help support the channel by helping other people get those memberships, go green, get those emojis, and become part of the base legal mindset. Thank you so much. Jim Satala, who's a member for 8 months, says, hello, buddy. When's the next Pimpcast? It'll be when Drex is available, probably 2 weeks. Not this next week, but the week after. So not next week, the week after. I'll try to get Drex on, probably when I'm back in Bangkok. So I'll be in Tokyo a little bit longer than I expected, but not too much longer. But that being said, it'll be back when I'm in Bangkok. So that's the next time. So probably about 2 weeks. About 2 weeks. So thank you so much. Yes. And we all ignore the legal schmiegel with his medical grade TDS, which, by the way, his TDS itch is going off right now. It's going off. Most of these people have, and by the way, most of these deranged people have never, ever left the country, which is also something really hilarious. Don Baca says, legal mindset, get a dozen Tokyo cosplay girls and you can play Godzilla. You tower over them. It's very true. It's very true. Hot Korean, Chinese, and Japanese anime LARPing girls are the best. Yeah, they are. They're very good. They're very good. Not going to lie. They're very good. All right. So here's kind of one of the stories I want to lead off with. So we're talking today about pandering, right? And we're talking about what's going on with these intellectual properties that are caving to the agenda. Well, here's one that I found from recently, which is, this Spider-Man 2 is, confirms the character to be bisexual, right? So, oh, look, my representation. Look, they've got that in there. They've got the representation in there. They've got their DEI mandate. They've made BlackRock happy. Vanguard is satisfied. So you've got Marvel with Spider-Man 2 virtue signaling like this. And by the way, I don't think anybody ever had a problem with sexy bisexuals, right? And the rule is, and thank you, Danielle, the mod here, says Black Cat isn't ugly, unlike Mary Jane. See, what they're supposed to do is they're supposed to make them ugly lesbians and ugly bisexuals, because a sexy bisexual is just really a woman, right? I mean, let's just be honest. Listen, the right place, the right time, and we can see some girl on girl. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Oh, and let me turn on this light. Actually, sorry, my light is off right now. So I'm looking a little darker than normal, I think. Okay, there you go. See, a little brightened up here. It's better? Okay. A little brighter. A little brighter. Sorry, guys. Realize, like, I'm away from home, so I forget my streaming setup. I'm like, oh, look at this natural light. So Black Cat's an easy smash. Yeah, so I agree with that. So I think that makes it one thing. But here, so despite that virtue signaling, though, so they had that virtue signaling, you go out and you find out this, and this is the real one that made me just absolutely die laughing. And that is that they censored the game in the Middle East. That's right. In the Middle East, they went and changed the game. So they went and actually took the game and removed all of the pride flags. So there were a bunch of banners and pride flags. There was a trans flag, right? All the gender spectrum stuff. That was all over the city in all the other versions. But because the Saudis were based and were like, no, you're not allowing that in the kingdom, they removed it, right? And they confirmed that they removed it because they were required to remove it. Because the Saudis had previously banned several games for the same BS. So there you go. There you go. So yeah, you guys might want to change your location to the Middle East when you're trying to play Spider-Man 2, or not buy it. All up for you guys. All up to you guys. Let's see here. Okay. So we're going to go with next. We're going to start with, okay, we'll jump into the Pandaverse stuff before I get into anything else here. We want to jump into the Pandaverse stuff. So here's where I want to start with this. And Tankrat says, I guess I'll be watching the local version of the movie. There you go, Tankrat, since you are in the region. So you're good. You're good to go. And welcome all those that are coming. We got 300 in the house right now. 300 in the house. Go ahead and drop a like on the stream. Guys, listen, I'm hurting today. The throat, not feeling so bueno. But I'm here for you, homie. I'm here for you. I'm here for you. So, let's continue here, guys. What I want to get into is the Pandaverse stuff. So what I've seen people saying on social media, what I want to know is whether you guys think and what I think about whether or not this will actually be based or not. So here's where I'm coming from with this, just so you understand. So you understand the background. The background is that I've seen people posting about the upcoming South Park special. That is the special that is going to be known as the Pandaverse, right? It's going to feature a ethnic background of women to replace the kids in South Park. So people are saying things like this, which is, this will be amazing. South Park will destroy woke Hollywood, just like they destroyed Harry and Meghan, right? And then going on and saying things like this, right? So saying things like, someone said that the new South Park special must have been created when Matt and Trey heard about the Little Mermaid and Snow White remake drama. And my brain went, oh, now this makes sense. So here's what I have to say about this, because this is something I wanted to kind of comment on. So I used to watch a lot of South Park when I was younger. I watched a lot of South Park, very much younger. So, 5-10 years ago, that sort of thing. I watched South Park for ages back in the day. But honestly, it was after, I believe I watched, it was like a season or two ago, that I kind of tuned out of South Park. Now, here's why. Because it was during Rona. And I thought, and I judge a lot of people by what went down during Rona. I think, to me, what your behavior during the pandemic, was very much revealing of your true character. And I think a lot of people revealed their true character during the pandemic. So, for example, the people that were tyrants and wanted to lock you down were ones who were coming out and saying that out loud during the pandemic. I'm sure, just like me, right? You guys had relatives that were very much pro-jab, pro-mask, pro-mandate. I had relatives like that. Now, granted, I don't associate with those relatives. But, you've all got that crazy in-law or that aunt, right? You've all got that person. And that came out during COVID. There were also the Republicans that voted for restrictions. There were people that were that were pushing the juice. And it really, to me, outed a lot of people, just like many of these other things, many of the other policies, out people who support red flag laws, don't support Second Amendment rights. Why do I say this? Well, what I say is South Park had a COVID episode. I don't know who in the chat, see in the chat if you watched the COVID episode. I just want to see who watched it. See in the chat. Drop a C in the chat if you watched the South Park COVID episode. I just want to know. I want to see, get a gauge on how many people watch that. Excuse me. So, okay, I see C. And then some people with the Spanish, C. Okay. So the COVID episode was funny, okay? It was funny, but if you asked me, and this is me being a fair critic, okay? There were some punches towards the COVIDians, but if you looked at the balance, more of the punches seemed to be against the anti-COVIDians, right? So it's like there were definitely some punches pulled from the COVIDians, the scamdemic, right? So what I think will happen is this. It will be a good episode. They're definitely hyping it up, right? This might be good hype, actually, because people hate Rachel Zegler. This is why the Daily Wire is making their Brett Cooper version. But I think that'll be good. There'll be some punches out there at Disney because they've made fun of Disney before. They literally have Mickey and Randy fucking animals in China to start the pandemic. So, like, if you guys don't remember that was pretty bad. The pangolin, yeah, that was pretty bad. But anyways, I think it will be funny. It will drop some punches, but it won't go all the way. So I think there'll be a good hype. It'll make money for Paramount Plus because it's Paramount Plus exclusive. So I think some people will sign up for it. And I think it will definitely it'll definitely probably be entertaining enough. Right. In the same way as the COVID episode. I expect no more, no less than the COVID episode, but kind of updated. Right. So that's what I expect from that. I don't know if you guys expect anything more. That got South Park banned in China, which surprised me because I thought China had banned South Park. China should have banned South. They were making fun of China for a long time. Now, South Park has been right. You're right. South Park has had eerie predictions. So they've been right about a lot of things, a lot of the way things have gone, because some things have been kind of obvious. Yes. The pangolin is actually a real creature, though. Like a pangolin is a real thing. I mean, you guys can look it up. And, they're also eaten for hangover cures. So, there's that. Me and Drew went to see the South Park movie together as kids. True story. I actually never saw the South Park movies in theaters. But I did watch them, though. I did watch them. But I used to watch all the time because it was very good at parody. And by the way, there was also a rumor. Let me address this. So there was also a rumor, and I don't want to make fun of other YouTube channels, okay? So, and I'll just pull up this as the background again so you guys see it. But I don't want to make fun of other YouTube channels. However, there's some Disney rumor channels, we'll call them that say Disney will sue South Park over this. And I think these are Disney rumor channels that are just trying to come up with ridiculous Disney rumors for clickbait. But that being said, trying to sue over parody is a shut case. So many people have sued South Park and absolutely lost. South Park is quintessential parody. There's no way you win. And there's so much precedent just for this individual intellectual property. So anybody trying to start a rumor that Disney's going to sue, first of all, Disney would never sue because they're trying to pursue right now a First Amendment case. It kind of looks bad if they're trying to shut down the free expression of somebody else, right? No, I'm not. By the way, I'm not busting on Valiant. This is not Valiant. Somebody else said it in the chat, but I'm not going to say the name. But there's those that look, they just post Disney stuff to post Disney stuff. My rule is, guys, if I post Disney stuff, there's real meat on the bone. In fact, today we've got 2 other Disney topics that have huge meat on the bone. And in fact, one of them, which I think Valiant, speaking of Valiant, I think he briefly covered it, but I want to cover it too. I was going to cover it last night, wasn't feeling good enough to stream, so I ended up covering it now. But a lot of these folks, a lot of these Disney channels, because they want to stick just on Disney, they generate bullshit where there really isn't anything. I'm not going to do that. If you're with my channel and you're a subscriber, you should know this. I'm going to cover when there's substance, not when there's something that doesn't mean anything, that isn't relevant, that isn't real even. Now, if it's a speculation that is backed up by a large amount of information and facts, then it's a safe speculation. Yeah, sure, that's great. But not a wild speculation. Like Disney is going to sue and start a lawsuit. It knows it's going to lose when it's going to lose a bunch of other lawsuits. Disney has 6 lawsuits right now. And that's not even counting the water slide wedgie, all the other various ticky-tacky lawsuits. But I'm talking 6 major headliner lawsuits, one of which would be enough. But they've got 6. Yeah. Oh, God. Yeah. And look, I'll say this because people say people make mistakes. Look, I make mistakes. Somebody said in the chat, I voted for Obama. That was a mistake. I learned from my mistake. The point is, you grow from your mistake. And you said, tell yourself, never do something that stupid again. That's the important thing. Okay. So I don't think there's going to be a lawsuit against South Park. And anybody who says that is just spreading bullshit. They're spreading rumors. It's not true. And they obviously know nothing about the law or about the legal precedent. They're just talking shit in order to generate clicks and views. All right. Next, let's get into the lawsuit update. So there is an update in the lawsuit, and that is the Disney lawsuit here. So you can see, and I'll make that a little bit bigger here. All right, so you can see that we've got, in the case of the Central Florida Tourism Oversight District versus Walt Disney Parks and Resorts, where you've got the Central Florida Tourism Oversight District against Walt Disney Parks and Resorts. This is the state case, not the federal case, and you've got an update. 1018, you got a motion to dismiss, a 32-page motion to dismiss. Holy shit. Andrew, what's going on with that? You've also got these notice of intents, and I'll open those real quick in a second. But the most important thing with this motion to dismiss is the fact that they've now moved to dismiss all of Disney's counterclaims. So the CFTOD had already issued a motion to dismiss, rather a motion for summary judgment. Okay. So they've already have a pending motion for summary judgment against Disney. So that's out there. The judge has not yet ruled on that. However, the judge now procedurally has to rule on this motion to dismiss. Now, what is this? So when Disney removed all of their charges from the federal case, they took those charges and they threw them into the state case. So those cases, those charges, the claims, like the takings clause claim, the contracts claim, the due process claim, the free speech argument. We all know those claims. Free speech, takings, contract clause, due process, all bullshit claims. But they took those from the federal case where they were the plaintiff to the state case, which is really about the contracts, those last minute contracts that were signed between RCID and Disney while Disney still controlled RCID, the old district. So that's what the state case has been about, but Disney tried to bootstrap those claims into the state case. And for many reasons, the CFTOD says, get the hell out of here with that bullshit. So now, not only have they responded to them, and we, by the way, we've previously already read a response to the claims, but this is a motion to dismiss. Now, I'm not going to read this because the response, the legal arguments are exactly the same or very much similar to the arguments in defense, right? So they're arguing in defense. The only difference is procedurally, they're now moving to dismiss. So that means they're going to get rid of Disney's claims. I think they can prevail on this. And I think they can win this motion. I think it's very possible. And once again, stating here, I'll just read this part. All of Disney's counterclaims fail as a matter of law, primarily because, although not exclusively, because the development agreement and restrictive covenants are void as a matter of Florida law, and therefore never had any legal force or existence. Disney cannot possibly be entitled to declaratory injunctive relief requiring compliance with contracts that are null and void under state law. For these reasons and the reasons below, Disney has failed to state a claim of relief and should grant this motion and grant the amended counterclaim in their entirety. Boom. There you go. Because those contracts were illegal, which they were. Disney's done. because they didn't strictly comply with the statute. So they go into the same background that we've gone over and everything else that we've reviewed time and time and time again. So yeah, they're going to get dismissed here. Thank you, Leprechaun Gold, for the $20 super sticker. Appreciate you very much with that. And actually, let me see which one it is. It is a Shiba with the cup. Thank you so much, Leprechaun Gold. Cheers. Appreciate you guys very much. And appreciate you guys' support of the channel, whether it's through a super chat or whether it's just through smashing the like button. Either way, helps me out in a big way, in a real big way. Okay. And then Mad Mutt at a $5, which says, that's why I like your channel. You wait for real info or BS to lose its odor before reporting on it. Yeah, and if it's BS, I'm happy to call it out. And honestly, I may start calling out this rumor BS more because, like, I just think it's dispelling these rumors with common sense, especially when they're about legal things. People commenting on lawsuits or legal outcomes and not understanding the reality of how these things work. It's not going to be possible, for example, for Disney to, why would Disney sue to stop South Park? Let's just think about that. What do they hope to gain? They hope to say, oh, this is going to hurt our reputation? Well, it's going to hurt the reputation of what? Rachel Zegler? You think they're going to go to bat for Rachel Zegler, the actor? No, of course not. Now, Rachel Zegler could try because she's crazy. Maybe she tries, right? Maybe Rachel Zegler tries to sue South Park. But that remains to be seen. And we don't even know what's going to happen in the episode. We don't even know whether it'll be clear depiction of Rachel Zegler or whether it'll be implied. By the way, guys, 400 of you in the chat. Really appreciate it and appreciate the 227 base Chads and Stacy's that have smashed the like button. So that's where we're at with the case so far. What I expect in terms of timing here, there has to be a ruling on this within 60 days. So this is kind of delaying. These motions are delaying the Disney case from resolving. So because there's all these additional filings, Disney is delaying and delaying and delaying and delaying. And I can expect, and I've told you guys this, Disney is the master of procedural effery. And Disney's lawyers, they're not good on the substance, but they're really good on procedure and delay. And I think that they're really trying to delay this. Particularly, I think they want to delay this till further along in the election cycle, which is, I think, the entire intent of these lawsuits. It's just to keep them out there, because how they end is really going to matter for the framing of Disney. Oh, Disney's being the bigger person by letting go in a lawsuit where it's going to lose anyways, or settling a lawsuit is going to lose anyways. They're waiting for that. They're very good at gaming the system. Yeah, California lawyers can't win, so just muck up the system. Yep, it's about right. It's about right. And Ivy, thank you so much for the $3.99 super sticker. Appreciate you and appreciate all y'all out there. So I will keep you guys posted as there's an actual update in this case. So this is an actual update, but I'm not going to go through it all because I think it doesn't merit going through in like meticulous detail. I will go through that also with the federal case as there's major updates there, significant updates. I will also go through those with you guys as well. Okay, so we've got through those. Oh yeah, I got to show this one. This is a little lightheartedness. So as we're talking about Disney here, and we're talking about the lawsuits, we're talking about the things going on. Of course, you have to love the lovely environment at Disney here. This is the lovely day at Disney. Here, going down, just absolutely all right. It's just normal, it's just a day at Disney, right? Just a normal day at Disney where you've got, like a fucking mosh pit of fighting going on at Disney. Just a normal day at the Magic Kingdom. I love how like day after day the standards just decline and decline and decline. Of course, look, people can say that's society, that's not just the Magic Kingdom, but the Magic Kingdom has lost some of its magic. I'll say this: back in the day, I never saw anybody fight. When I grew up, I'm a Floridian, okay, a Floridian. I went to Magic Kingdom so much. I lived in Orlando. Right? Only towards the end, when I was going to leave Orlando and leave the United States, was I seeing things like shouting, yelling, fighting. That's a recent thing. Also, here's another good point. And actually, let me bring this up. Let me actually bring up this guy's, let me bring up my homeboy here. He may be lurking in the chat. And if he is, shout out. Okay. But this is my good friend, Jonas J. Campbell, of course, who has been on the channel many times to stop by and talk. But Jonas was talking about this really cool looking tour of this haunted mansion parlor that is coming to one of the Disney ships, I believe, one of the Disney cruise ships. But of course, it is a drinking establishment, right? So the issue in a lot of this is that you're getting people that are already bad behaved in there, and then frankly, they're drinking. And there maybe was a little bit of logic to why they kept alcohol out of the parks. See, alcohol, look, guys, obviously, you guys know me. Now, I have not been drinking because I'm sick, right? But, again, obviously, I'm trying to be healthy, so I'm not drinking. And I don't actually like to drink that much. I do it for you guys. I do it for the Grift, you know, perhaps. But I don't drink that much. But that being said, when you have a bunch of people drinking, some people are going to want to fight. Just the way it is. Some people are going to get sad. Some people are going to have fun. Some people are going to laugh. Some people are going to cry. And some people are going to fight. It's just the way it is. And you've got to police these things well. That's why there are bouncers. Unless you're willing to hire bouncers, which you could say is the police. But here's the problem. Disney, for years, has been having the government pay for Disney police. Let me say that again. Disney, for years, has been having the government pay for Disney police. RCID, when it was controlled by Disney, was paying for policing that was primarily or exclusively happening on Disney property and no one else's property. Even though they didn't pay all the taxes, they paid most, but that doesn't mean they get all the benefits. But all of that private policing they would hire, the Orange County Sheriff, the Osceola County Sheriff, that they would hire. So go to Disney properties and they pay with government money, government funds. That's a big issue. Hugely questionable, potential crime. Disney is under criminal investigation right now by the state of Florida. They still haven't filed charges. It's definitely something that you've got to consider. You've got to have that security in there. And they're losing it because now CFTOD is like, wait a second, let's look at this. Do we really want to subsidize this? Clearly not doing a good enough job. Medmut says, instant a-hole, just add alcohol. Yes, very much true. Many people are instant a-holes, just add alcohol. Yeah, look, it's a tough job. Bouncing is not easy. It's not easy. All the bouncers it's funny, all the bouncers in Thailand, they're all know Muay Thai. So it's like, you'll be funny. There'll be some big jacked fucking dude, maybe some like 7-foot African dude, right? Who's just like absolutely jacked and like maybe starting shit, whatever. There'll be a guy who's like 5 foot solid, right? So he's got like 2 feet under this guy, but just takes him down when he starts acting a fool. It's great. I love it. I love it. Bouncing is fun for all of 15 seconds. Some people like it, but you get hit once or twice, and I'm sure you don't like it. The video looked like a bunch of blackout drunk sailors fighting. Lots of swings and flailing, but not many hits. Well, there's a lot of women in that. So let's be clear about that. A lot of women in that one. A lot of women in that one. Oh, speaking of which, before we get on to the last Disney fail here, I do have a little bit of a funny one for you guys. Because it wouldn't be a legal mindset stream without like a bit of casual misogyny, like a little spritz of casual misogyny. Let's see. Where was it? I may have lost track of it. But I don't know if you guys saw, there was like the list. I'm trying to look at, there's this list of places that women would not eat, right? So I saw this a little earlier today. I may have lost track of it. But that being said, it was kind of hilarious because like on this list was like Coffee Date, Waffle House, Applebee's, Chili's, B-Dubs, McDonald's, Starbucks, the movies, your mom's house, like all these other places. I don't know if you guys saw that one. Oh, it's on Joker's Twitter. Okay, let me go to Joker's Twitter. That's probably the best place. I actually realized if I'm gonna look for some misogyny, let me look at fellow misogynist Joker. Okay, got it. Okay, let's get this. You always gotta stick together with your fellow misogynists. Misogynists do need to stick together. It probably was from Joker's thing. Okay, let me grab it here. Here we go. Thank you guys. Appreciate you. This is why I love the chat, because the chat knows what's up. Okay. Sharing this from Joker's page. I'll try to zoom in here. Okay, yeah, hold on. Let me give you the zoomed in version, okay? This is actually hilarious. Okay. Here we go. All right. This is a list of places that women submitted that they absolutely refuse to go on a first date on. And thank you. This is posted by a woman. Okay. Cheesecake Factory, Applebee's, Chili's, Chipotle. Chipotle is healthy. Chipotle is healthy. Okay. This is great. Okay. Olive Garden. Well, I mean, when you're here, you're not yet family. Okay. And this is a first date. So, I mean, you're not yet family. You're not up to unlimited breadsticks on the first date. Okay, ready? The movies, your house, any fast food chain, any. So that's a lot. B-Dubs, Wingstop, Red Lobster, a buffet, IHOP, Denny's, the gym, church. Church is banned. Literally, Jesus, not allowed here. How dare you? How dare you? When you invite that girl in the sun hat to church, Starbucks, coffee date, ice cream date, ice cream date, ice cream. A girl is going to say no to an ice cream date? Now, first of all, I just want to say real quick on coffee and ice cream, that's bullshit. Okay. Coffee and ice cream dates are great first dates. Don't let anybody tell you they're not. They're full of shit. They're fucking great. Okay. It's bullshit. Okay. Don't let anybody tell you elsewise. See, even Scarlet Court said ice cream is the quickest way to my heart. These people are from the streets. Okay. Family functions. Well, yeah, I mean, yeah. Movie night, Netflix, Hulu. I mean, no, if you're going to invite them for Netflix, you know what's up. Like, that's not a date. You're fucking, okay? If you're inviting them for Netflix. Hulu and... what was it, like Hulu and Screwloo? I mean, I don't know. I just made that shit up. All right. Somewhere that requires a long drive, which is just oddly specific. Okay. Bowling, nightclubs, a hookah bar. Well, I assume if you're into hookah, then that's good. If you're not into smoke or hookah, then that wouldn't be good, right? A bar for just drinks. Are you kidding me? A just drinks date is one of the safest and best dates ever. Hulu and hookup. Oh, that's a good one. Good one, Ian. Hulu, screw in the loo. That's not bad. That's not bad. Okay. Next, Waffle House and last sport events. Waffle House. So you're saying you don't want those fights. No long drives into the desert. Yeah, none of that. None of that, Don Baca. But yeah, absolutely crazy. Of course, your daily dose of misogyny here on the Legal Mindset. Q Revere says, Jitsi, too bad it's not live. Better next time. Hey, good to see you, Q Revere. Scorpion Red Dragon says, maybe premature. If Disney is sued for SEC bond violations, can Iger and the current board members be included individually? Yes. Would resigning save them? Nope. Because they were there when those things went down. So it would not save them. Would not save them. Caboose says, member for 12 months says, have you seen the new lawsuit against gun companies for memes causing harm? Yes, I will do that one on a future stream where I focus on just that. But I've seen that. It's bad. Britt Cormier says, you say women. As a Marine, I say sailors. Same. I've seen those turtlebacks, okay? I'm going to say, or what, it's, yeah. You cross the equator and things get a little questionable. Let's just say it there. Let's just leave it there. But also for $20. Thank you, Britt. Appreciate you. Longtime supporter of the channel. Says women get to choose the place for a first date when they start coming up to me and asking me out. As long as I am asking, we go where I want to go. Then I don't go to X on the first date equals, then great. I will save some money. Yeah. I absolutely agree, Britt. Because guess what? And I interpreted the typo there. So I got you, homeboy. To me, most people, if I plan a first date, the girl's like, thank you so much for planning the first date. Maybe it's just because I'm in Asia. People are nice and say things like that. Like, oh my God, thank you for planning. I appreciate you planning. Thank you for picking this place. This place was so nice. Thank you for that. And it's like picking a coffee place or a bar, which I think is a perfect first date because here's the thing. If it's a bad date, you leave after one drink or one coffee. If it's a good date, you can decide to either get another drink, you could go somewhere else, or you could go home, whatever you want to do. It gives you flexibility, and it gives them flexibility if they feel uncomfortable. Why is that a bad thing? What's wrong with that? Nothing. And it can be a very nice place, a very nice coffee shop, a very nice place to get a drink. Fine. I like going to a nice place to drink because I want to go. And I like going to a nice coffee shop, cafe. It's enjoyable. It's pleasant, especially in Asia. They're very nice. But what they're trying to say there, America's side, is we want a free meal and we want it to be expensive. Because see, what they didn't put on that list was they didn't put Wolfgang's, Ruth Chris, expensive steakhouse, sushi, fusion restaurants, rooftop, restaurants, whatever, revolving restaurants. They didn't put any of that on there. If you want to go to a maid cafe, you should come out over here to Tokyo. Del Frisco's. I think that counts as fast food. Natasha for 5 says, hold up. This is live? Yes, it is indeed live. It's live over here on this and on Rumble. Mr. Cage asked me on Rumble, when is your next anime stream? Soon. So what I will do is, since I'm in Tokyo, I will promise you guys this, okay? Either on the 29th, maybe on the 29th or actually, no, sorry. 29th, 30th, or 31st, one of those days. I'll figure out which one it is, but it'll be either the Sunday night, Monday night, or Tuesday night. Probably gonna go with, it's gonna be Monday night, probably. Might be a little bit easier that way. We will do an anime stream. So probably the night of the 30th, but I will get back to you guys on that. I will confirm that. Okay. But yes, we are live right now. And thank you, Leprechaun Gold, for a $10 super sticker. Appreciate you. Jay says, to be fair, not going to their house or coming to your place for a first date is a safety thing. No, I agree with that. No, Jay, I didn't advocate that. That's why I said a coffee date or a drink date is fine. I didn't say go to their house. By the way, I don't like going. I wouldn't go to a girl's place in the first time. I don't trust them. I don't trust. They don't have their fucking, like, the girl isn't a scammer. And it's really a dude who's, trying to bring in the gimp on the first date. You think I want to go into a random residence? Especially as a Floridian? No, are you kidding me? Absolutely not. Of course, stay strapped. But control the situations you can control. Plus, Waffle House is good and cheap. Why ever pass up on Waffle House? Does Waffle House include no Roscoe's Chicken and Waffles? I love Roscoe's Chicken and Waffles. Not going to lie. My inner German Shepherd comes out when I go for Roscoe's Chicken and Waffles. Just saying. Also, we have over here on Zirumbos, Mark of Reality, says a nice roadhouse. Yes, a nice roadhouse steak. Good option. And good option, it's to smash that like button or the button formerly known as the Plutzy over there on Rumble, so we can get out there in the algorithm. Medmutt says for 10, don't mean to promote another channel such as SSM, Strong Successful Male, but he advises the same things. You don't spend a boatload on the first day ever. Bar or coffee is just fine. And spend what you're comfortable with. Why should anybody spend more than they're comfortable with? Why is that bad? Why is that toxic misogyny to be like, go somewhere you like and go somewhere on a budget you're comfortable with? You're a fucking misogynist. You're a horrible person, Andrew. You're a deviant. You're degenerate. You're horrible. You're horrible for saying you should do something you enjoy and pay a budget you find reasonable. Oh God. It's just like, I give up. I give up on woke Western women, right? You based ladies out there. And by the way, they're growing. And I think I have an interview tomorrow with Lauren De Laguna. She wanted me to go on a panel show with her, but I said no, because I do not do panel shows with people I do not know and do not one-on-one with, because as you guys know, and I've said this very publicly, I think all of the drama in the streaming world comes from these panel shows. And I think a lot of times what happens is people get on these panel shows and they've never done a one-on-one. They've never talked. They don't know each other's positions. So they just come on and they fight for the sake of fighting, especially if they're lawyers and they end up in this weird enemies thing when they're not really enemies. It causes drama and bullshit. I'm not about that. That's not my channel. Other channels want to go the drama route. They want to milk that. That's fine. That ain't me. So I told her, come on one-on-one, mano e womano, and we'll talk tomorrow. So I think Lauren's going to come over tomorrow to my channel. I got to get that thumbnail done. So we'll have that panel just one-on-one, just talking about the law, what she's interested in, you know, red pill stuff, I guess, as well. So we'll be going over that tomorrow. Let's see. Menmud says, oh yeah, so got that one. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Bar coffee is absolutely fine. Absolutely agree with that super chat. Spend at least $200 on the first date. That is bullshit. That is absolutely bullshit. And people should not have to break their budget to go on a first date. It's just not reasonable. $1 tip from C3 Metal on locals. What I do, it's easy. I think 2 places sound good and flip a coin, and that makes it simple. But coffee, drink, ice cream, just a simple in case it's all bad, you can get the F out quick. Yeah, coffee, ice cream, drinks, all of it is simple, but you can leave. A dinner, you're locked in for an hour, and she can order a ridiculously expensive item and then expect you to pay for it. And she can say, oh, well, I came here for you to pay for this. And she will shame you into buying that food. So at the end of the day, like if you're going to an ice cream, a coffee place, your liability is limited. Like the coffee is only so expensive. Even if she orders the Ethiopian free range, vegan, fucking, cage free, mind liberated, enlightened, dharmic, nirvana, I'm just throwing words out there, beans, right? The senzu beans that bring you the Dragon Balls. It's only going to be $8 or $9. The pure sugar drink, yes. Because most of those drinks at like Starbucks or Caribou, they're pure sugar. They're pure sugar. Okay. Some guy with cancer says, I have cancer. I am not working overtime to buy your ungrateful self an overpriced salad. Yeah, I'm coughing here. Oh, God. Very, very true. Very, very true. You're paying like $50 for a salad. It's hilarious. Andrew, in the eyes of feminists, we're all man garden utensils. Yes. Yes. Very much true. Very much true. I've been called every single name in the book to the point where I really don't care anymore. When people say these things, it's beyond me to even care. When they start making fun of you and yelling at you and saying these things, you got to stop caring at some point. Britt Cormier says, perfect place for a first date is Buc-ee's. The Texas people will know what I mean. You can get something to eat, ice cream, coffee, gas, and get away quick. Oh, I love it. You get a quick getaway too. Oh, no. Oh, you got that getaway. Buc-ee's is true, though. Buc-ee's is good. Honestly, guys, I only went to Buc-ee's like 9 months ago or 10 months ago. It was my first time. I was impressed. I have to say I was impressed. Not going to lie. My first time, it got me. Usually, they don't get me the first time, but this one got me. This one got me. Plus, I mean, the Buc-ee's logo is really cute. Who's gonna argue with that? Mark of Reality. I can actually say this one. Okay. I was wondering because it's Rumble. So I'm always like, can I say this on YouTube? All right. Mark of Reality says, not trying to financially support some hobosexual. Yes, very true. Do not financially support the hobosexuals. Don't do it. Don't do it at all. Natasha says, I wonder, do guys test a woman taking her to a burger joint to see if she can stuff a burger down her face hole instead of eating the salad of snobbery? Wait, what? Do guys test a woman, take her into a burger joint, see if she stuff a burger down her face hole instead of eating the salad? Oh, that's actually interesting. So would I ever test a girl like that? I don't want a girl who's going to stuff a burger down her face hole on the first date, though. Because here's the thing. That's a good question, though. I'm actually going to muse this one. This is a good question. It's a good question. I don't test people like that, though. I do want someone. Let me put it this way. My personal preference is for someone that is aware of the situations they're in and doesn't act like an idiot. Because most people, especially people on the left, are very unaware of their circumstances and surroundings, and they're not aware on how to act in place A and how to act in place B. So they act like children everywhere, right? I don't want someone who doesn't understand the difference between going to church and going to a football game, right? There's a different way you act, a different way you dress, and I think that is important, right? However, I like to eat burgers, and I want to go be able to eat a burger, and not, have them stick up their nose and get a salad, right? Like, eat the goddamn burger, okay? Eat the goddamn burger. Just do it. Not every day, but just once in a while, eat the goddamn burger. Gun Club says, gotta admit, Buc-ee's has a pretty nice beaver. Oh my God, you got me. Gun Club, you got me. I think Ben SC, right? It's Ben SC because I think it's their logo there for your new channel. So go support the Gun Club, new channel. But yes, the beaver is quite nice at Buc-ee's. You made me say it. Okay, let's move on from the beaver to the Bobs and the Vagine. And when I mean the Bobs and Vagine, I mean India. Okay, so here's the story, guys. So Disney is going to sell a controlling share in the Disney Star business valued at $10 billion. Okay, but the buyer values the assets between 7 and 8 billion. So let's talk about this. Disney is trying to sell off its Indian assets. It's trying to become that slumdog billionaire. Now, why is it trying to do that? Because it is cash poor. It does not have cash, and it needs cash to pay for Hulu. So it's trying to sell assets to pay for Hulu. Does that make sense? So this is what they're trying to sell off. Now, a lot of people say, oh, look, this is going to be a win. Disney's going to make billions. Well, let's just put it out there. Like Jerry said in the chat here, they may have to take the 7 billion. They may very likely have to accept the 7 billion. By the way, this will go along with this will move all the cricket rights, all the streaming to the central company because Reliance already owns cricket. So it kind of gets everything in India controlled by these guys. These guys will be like the streaming kings of South Asia. Really of India. Because Asia is a very big place. So there's a lot of different markets. But that being said, the real story here is how much they are losing. And I'm not sure, guys, I know a lot of you are fans of Valiant and, he's my homie. He's my homeboy. Here we go. So let's share this one. So, okay, so here you've got this, that Disney nears a deal for 10 billion with Reliance, right? So they value it at 10. These guys value it at 7. But here's the kicker. Here's the real kicker. Nobody's paying attention to this. The value of the India business was Disney's biggest globally, was 15 to 16 billion when Disney bought Fox. There it is, guys, right there. They literally chopped the value of the Indian asset in half. They're going to sell this thing for $7 or $8 billion when it was valued literally last year at 15 to 16 billion. They overpaid for it. They overpaid for it. It loses money. It's a loser. Look, it's a loser. They're making pennies on these subscribers and they're losing them quick. So these guys, even if they get there, even if Disney gets what they want, the 10 billion, they still lose 5 billion. So no matter what, they're losing here, even if they get what they want, which they're not going to. It just shows the bad financial decisions Disney is making over and over and over again. They just can't stop. They don't know how to stop. Let's get this chat. Is this live? Says I call BS on it being worth 10 billion. I honestly don't think it was worth 10 billion at all. I don't think it was worth, I don't think they paid the right price for it. I think they overpaid. Because frankly, it's India, dude. It's India. Like, why would you pay? There's how many people are in India right now? Is it 1 billion plus, like, population of India, right? So let's population, of India, right? So you're going to pay like 1.4 billion, okay? So you're going to assume that like everybody in India is subscribing and you're making what, like $1? Like a buck a year, essentially? Like that'd be to equate to the value, right? Or you'd stretch that out over time. Yeah, no, not everybody's subscribing in the whole country. And you're definitely not making $1 off of them, off of each person. Some people are like extremely impoverished. They're not subscribing to Hotstar. So, I mean, I don't know, like for those that have been to India, and my brother spent significant time there. Shout out to my brother. What's up? Love you, bro. Bros for life. But real bros. It's my actual bro. He was in India for work. He actually visited me in Thailand. And, the things I heard and the things he was saying, I mean, it's absolutely in a way that is hard for most people in the West to conceptualize. Some of the stories that are told about India are probably underestimating some of the insanity. You're probably lowballing the insanity of India. So to think you'd make a bunch of money off this cash cow, which is actually funny, cash cow, holy cows, I get it, ha ha ha. But it was foolishness, absolute foolishness. So looks like the Indians are going to win. And these billionaires, which by the way, these are Indian business owners that are going to take over, they're going to be the real winners here. Because they obviously have the connections to make this thing work for them. So that's what we've got today. That's what I've got today. Guys, my voice is a little hurt right now. I feel it kind of straining. So I'm going to run and get some tea. I'm going to recover, but I will be back. We'll be back. We're going to have a stream tomorrow morning as well. So stay tuned for that. May have an evening stream today, or rather a morning stream for you guys, evening stream for me, but I will have one at the same time tomorrow as well. Maybe try to be a little bit earlier, actually. So stay tuned for that. Appreciate all you joining me. Thank you for all your support, your comments. I love you guys. You guys are the best. Thank you for joining and making the Legal Mindset the most base channel in all of LawTube. And I will catch you later. Stay drama free. Peace.